Thomas Garcia. Well, thank you for the super
Cool.
chat. Gave us $5. See, I said, oh man, Thomas, because Armin was hoping that people would forget.
Yes, I was hoping that you would forget. God damn it.
He's saying,
But
are you
okay,
still getting drunk? When we
yes,
reach 30,000, Susanna will be joining Armin for celebratory drinks.
we need one of
Someone
us to.
someone that's gotta be sober.
Someone's got to be sober. If we're both drunk,
We'll lose
somebody
all
needs to
our
pull
rights
the
to
plug.
mail.
If one of us says something that's going to take down the entire channel, okay? So we need like somebody on the driver's seat, okay? So I'll get drunk. Oh God, I was really hoping you guys forgot about that. This is gonna be the end of our channel, Susie. That's the end of our
That's
channel.
why I was mad that you even offered that.
I'm gonna say
This is a
something.
terrible idea.
No, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. But okay, yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
This is a shit show. Um,
Wait, don't swear. We're gonna get in. Yeah.
British Jane is saying, "What do you think is the future of India? Should I leave the country and move to Canada?" Um,
No.
well, here's the thing. I mean, look, it's your own life. I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I will.
But that's Armin's job. Um, and I understand the attraction to North America and also just like the civil liberties. Trust me, I'm not trying to minimize that or diminish that, and the importance of just having that and being able to relax because you have your civil liberties are protected. But it's really expensive here in North America.
Mhm.
The cost of living is high. People, I don't think they really understand that when they're like, I need to move to the States. I need to move to Canada. Like, you can have an amazing lifestyle in a cheaper country.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
live in the most like I mean, it goes back and forth. I live in like the most expensive city in the country. It's not easy.
No. You're not. Your lifestyle is not gonna improve unless you're like in physical danger and they're hunting you down or something like that, which they're probably not doing that in India. Okay. If you, especially if you have an online job, you're going to be able to have
Oh,
a much oh yeah, if you're going to be able to enjoy a much better life in India if your job is online than any. Even if, by the way, even if you want to leave India, don't
don't go to the North
don't
America.
go North America and Western Europe. Like there are many other countries that are free that you're going to be able to have a much higher lifestyle with a fraction of the cost. Like people think like most of like North America and Western Europe, most people want to go there because of the branding. They have this
Mm-hmm.
illusion of everything is fantastic. Like they have this utopian view of how great
No,
it's.
my city is covered in human poop. Literally.
Yeah.
More people have died from overdoses from effing fentanyl over the past year than they have from the beer bug, than they have from the virus. That's the
Yeah.
state of where I live. I get to
Yeah.
see people OD. And it's like the highest cost of living in the country. Like it's crazy. I mean, thank you to California lawmakers. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're like an ex-Muslim that is trying to like escape being persecution or stuff like that, maybe consider like some other countries, right? You know what? If you know what, you should consider India. Okay, if you are an ex-Muslim in Saudi Arabia and you want to get away, don't keep like, oh, I'm gonna Canada, Germany. Consider India. You're not gonna, it might be easier to get there. And if you get an online job, you might be able to afford a lot more in India with your online job than the lifestyle, the tiny little half an apartment that you're going to be able to get in like Vancouver, Canada, which is like one of the most expensive real estates. Yeah, you're going to be able, like for the money that you have to spend on getting an apartment in Vancouver, Canada, you could live like a king somewhere. I don't know.
And that's
Somewhere
another
else.
problem is like where we live, like we have to deal with like global market competition for real estate. Like I have to compete in the housing market from internationally because of the branding of where I live, right? But Kenji is asking a very good. I hope that was helpful, British Jane. Kenji is asking a good question. How would you respond when Muslims say, I can't refute Islam because I don't know Arabic, thus can't understand the Quran? At what level of knowledge do you become entitled to criticize Islam? Here's the deal. Most Muslims don't understand Arabic. Do they know Arabic?
No.
Statistically, most Muslims don't know Arabic. So, do they know it well enough to know it themselves? Or if they do know it, they just know it like rote memorization, typically. It's not like they could necessarily... I mean, I'm not speaking for everyone, of course. Construct a sentence. That's not really what I say. It's not a genuine proficiency in the same way. And then at what level of knowledge do you become entitled to criticize Islam? I mean, as soon as you find something that you find that you don't like,
Yeah. Okay. So, can I? So, your question is: at what level of knowledge do you become entitled to criticize Islam? According to who? Okay. According to Muslims, many Muslims. # not all. It will never be enough. Okay. According to many Muslims, if you don't know Arabic, first of all, it's not just that a lot of Muslims don't know Arabic. A lot of Muslim scholars don't know Arabic, but if they like their view, they will accept them as scholars and knowledgeable people. And if they don't like their views, then they are uneducated and full of crap, right? But according to a lot of these Muslims who say that you don't know Arabic, so you don't get to criticize Islam. So here's the thing. If you know Arabic, they will still be like, well, you're not a scholar. If you are a scholar, they were like, well, you didn't go to the right school, right? So, for example, you think if you become an Islamic scholar, like every single step you pass, you will... That doesn't mean that they think that now you're entitled. Like, for example, even their own scholars who are fluent in Arabic, when they say something that is stepping out of line, they all of a sudden say they went to the wrong schools. You don't... Technically, all you need to know is that without evidence, you're not going to believe in any claim. That's all. You don't need even the slightest amount of education to understand that you have a claim, you have no evidence, I can't believe it. That's all it takes. You don't even need to have finished high school. You don't even need to have gone to any schooling at all to be able to understand that. So that's all you need to know to be able to refute any religion, okay? When it comes to understanding Islam, if you're worried about, well, I don't know Arabic, well, there are a whole bunch of people who know Arabic, and they've written books about Islam, and you could read the people that on their side, like, that disagree with you, and their commentary. Like, you could read tafsir, right? You could read, like, if you want to understand the Quran from many different directions, like people that have this view and people have that view, then you could read the commentary of on every single verse. Has commentary by people that are not just know Arabic, they are fluent in classical Arabic. Because even if you know Arabic, that doesn't mean you understand classical Arabic. You don't understand the Arabic, the context of the Arabic that the Quran was written in. And here's the thing. I would argue that even if you know classical Arabic, it seems like that's not even enough, because it's not even clear that the Quran, for example, was written originally in classical Arabic, because at the time that the Quran was written, Arabic was at its infancy. It's possible that a lot of the Quranic writings comes from writings that were in Syriac, right? So now you could be like, hey, you think you understand classical Arabic, so you understand the Quran. Well, you have to compare, you have to take away all the dialectic marks from the Quranic verses and now compare what's left, right, with the Syriac version of it and see if now it makes sense more in Syriac rather than in Arabic. So there's that. So there it will, like, I'm basically using the Muslims' own weapons against them, because they think they understand the Quran because they know Arabic or classical Arabic. I was like, well, you don't know Syriac, so maybe your understanding of the Quran is completely wrong. Maybe all the dialectic marks on every single verse is in the wrong place. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. But do you know Syriac? Have you compared it with the Syriac version of the Quran? So there you go. So it will never be enough. But all you need to know, you don't need to know any of that. All you need to know is that there's a claim, there's zero evidence, and that's all you need to know. Anyways.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.